Disturbing true crime cases that will keep you awake at night. This is the case of Mary Vincent. Mary was staying at her grandfather's house in California before she became homesick and decided to hitchhike to Los Angeles. Lawrence Singleton stopped and offered 15-year-old Mary a ride. She became suspicious of him when he kept driving the wrong way, so she tried to escape. Singleton knocked her unconscious before she could get away. He tied her up and violently her several times. She begged him to let her go. He told her he would set her free, but then grabbed a hatchet and cut off both of Mary's arms below her elbows. He then pushed her down a 30-foot embankment and left her to die. Mary was naked and dipping in and out of consciousness. Despite her injuries, she dipped her forearms in mud and raised them up in an attempt to slow the bleeding, and managed to pull herself back up the embankment. After walking for 3 miles, she finally received help from a couple who stopped. In hospital, Mary was able to provide a detailed description of Lawrence Singleton, and he was quickly identified by the police sketch and arrested. She stood up to him in court, testifying against him, leading to his conviction. As she left the stand, he whispered to her, "I'll finish you off, if it takes me the rest of my life." Lawrence Singleton was found guilty of kidnap and attempted murder. He was sentenced to 14 years and released after 8 years for good behavior. Mary lived her life in fear that he would come back and finish her off. 10 years after being released, he murdered a mother of 3, Roxanne Hayes. Police found him covered in blood after stabbing her in his new home. Mary Vincent testified against Lawrence Singleton during Roxanne's murder trial. He was sentenced to death. He spent 3 years awaiting his execution before dying of cancer at age 74. Mary was finally free.